In 2011, the Toronto Raptors ended their season with the record of 22 wins and 60 losses. Fast forward to 2019, the Toronto Raptors ended their season with 58 wins and 24 losses. In that 8 years of difference, the Toronto Raptors became one of the best teams in the NBA from one of the worst teams. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. This is how the Raptors went from one of the worst teams in the NBA ever to a championship contender team. If you are new to the channel and love basketball, make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my videos just like this. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you basically a timeline on how the Raptors did it all, how the Raptors became an NBA championship team, and why they're in the NBA Finals today. And if I could sum up everything that happened for the Toronto Raptors in one word, that one word would be sacrifice. The Toronto Raptors have to make a lot of sacrifice, a lot of tough decisions to get to where they are today. And of course, most teams have to do that. So basically in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys the biggest sacrifices that were made to make the Toronto Raptors where they are today. From the seasons 2011 to 2013, the Toronto Raptors' best player was Andrea Bargnani. The city loved him and he averaged a good amount of points. But clearly Bargnani was not the guy to have if the Toronto Raptors were going to make it farther to what they are. So in 2013, the Raptors decided to trade Bargnani to the New York Knicks for Marcus Camby, Steve Novak, and Quentin Richardson, and also getting a 2016 first-round pick. Basically, we got 4 assets to the team just for one player. That was the first sacrifice made, but what's key and ideal about that trade is the 2016 first-round pick, which I'll get into later. In January 2013, the Toronto Raptors trade Ed Davis and Jose Calderon in a 3-team deal, basically to get Rudy Gay. Rudy Gay would join Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan as their starting lineup big 3 to see how far the Raptors could go. But clearly, it was not a match made in heaven. As the next season, Masai Ujiri had to make a tough decision by actually trading Rudy Gay because him and DeMar DeRozan were both similar players and they weren't helping the team. He had to find a team that wanted Rudy Gobert, and the Sacramento Kings was the answer. The Raptors sent Rudy Gay, Aaron Gray, and Quincy A.C. to the Kings for Patrick Patterson, Grievous Vasquez, John Salmons, and Chuck Hayes, which I believe was the start of how the Raptors became a playoff team. Because for the next year, the Toronto Raptors made it to the NBA playoffs, but sadly lost to the Brooklyn Nets in the first round in Game 7. True Toronto fans know that that season was probably one of the most emotional seasons because Kyle Lowry and DeRozan could not deliver in Game 7. And if you guys know about Toronto, they're known for Jurassic Park in the NBA playoffs. And in 2014, that is the year it all started. So in the 2015 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors had the 20th pick in the first round, and they picked DeLon Wright. A lot of teams in the NBA did not really like DeLon. He wasn't really the primetime prospect, but the Toronto Raptors really believed in him. And you know what, guys? He was decent. But what's crucial about the 2015 draft was also the season the Toronto Raptors got Norman Powell. Norman Powell was selected 16th overall by the Milwaukee Bucks, and you know what? The Raptors saw some potential in him and actually traded Grievous Vasquez for Norman Powell and also got a first-round pick. As of today, Norman Powell remains with the Toronto Raptors, and I'm going to get into that later. That season wasn't bad for the Toronto Raptors, but they did lose in the first round to the Washington Wizards and got swept. In other words, lost again in the first round back-to-back seasons. The 2016 was a very crucial season for the Toronto Raptors. Do you guys remember the first round draft pick they got in that Bargnani trade? Well, with that pick, the Toronto Raptors selected Jakob Poeltl at the 9th pick, which was their lottery pick. But Jakob Poeltl isn't the most important one I want to talk about. He becomes crucial later on. But they also had the regular pick, which was the 27th pick, and got Pascal Siakam, who we all know right now became one of the best players on the team. When Siakam was drafted, no one expected him to improve as much as he did right now. So that 27th pick became a prime time pick for the Raptors' future. Also that season, the Raptors decided to draft undrafted point guard Fred VanVleet, who was not drafted. A lot of people question that because VanVleet is a 6-foot point guard and Lowry is also a 6-foot point guard. So why does the Raptors need 2 6-foot point guards? But all that doubt became to praises because Fred VanVleet really stepped up. He leads the team right now, 5th in the most minutes played. He's basically the 6th man and is the best role player on the team. The bad news is that for DeLon Wright, Poeltl, and VanVleet, they didn't just get good. They actually went from the G League and back multiple times. There was a process that had to be taken. In 2017 trade deadline, Masai realized that the team had a lot of guards and a lot of forwards and needed to build our big man depth because we basically only had JV. He made a big decision by trading away Terrence Ross, who was really loved in Toronto, for Serge Ibaka from the Orlando Magic. The reason why he could have done that was because Ibaka was on a 1-year expiring contract, so Masai took a big risk by bringing him on board. And it helps us because now Ibaka is the 6th man of our team, playing prime-time defensive minutes at the center position. In the 2017 draft, the Raptors selected OG Anunoby at 23 guys, who in his rookie season got a lot of starting minutes and had a prime-time project and assignment in the NBA playoffs to guard LeBron James. So for the 2016 season, the Raptors actually put and had the best playoff season as they went to the conference finals and lost to Cavaliers in Game 6. That is good development and good progress. But the 2 seasons after that, the Raptors lost and got swept in the second round by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Back-to-back seasons. That was not a good sign for the Raptors and Masai Ujiri, so he decided to make a big sacrifice. After the 2018 season where DeMar DeRozan made All-Star starting and Dwayne Casey wins Coach of the Year, Masai decides to unload both Dwayne Casey and DeMar DeRozan to make a big sacrifice for the organization. He fires Dwayne Casey and hires Nick Nurse as their new head coach and trades DeMar DeRozan to the San Antonio Spurs in order to get Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green. That was a big sacrifice that had to be made, but look at where they are now. They're in the NBA Finals. The Raptors also had to lose Jakob Poeltl and a first-round 2019 pick for that. That sacrifice was also a big risk because we did not know Kawhi's health, and there was so much questions surrounding Kawhi Leonard. But all that is nothing to worry about now because now the Toronto Raptors once again are in the NBA Finals and are contending for an NBA championship. In the 2019 NBA trade line, Masai decides to do one more big sacrifice and one big move to develop the team. He trades 3 role players of CJ Miles, DeLon Wright, and JV, and a 2024 second-round pick just to receive Marc Gasol from the Memphis Grizzlies. I personally question this move because JV is a good and developing center, and the Raptors lost 2 decent good role players at DeLon and CJ. But my doubt went away when I saw how well Marc Gasol fitted with the system of the Toronto Raptors and became the starting center. So now the Toronto Raptors are in the NBA Finals and competing for an NBA championship. So the question is Kawhi going to resign and keep the Raptors as one of the best teams in the NBA or not? The point is, from 2011 to 2019, the Raptors were one of the worst teams in the NBA to now one of the best. So yeah guys, that basically wraps up this video on how the Raptors became one of the best teams in the NBA from one of the worst. If you really enjoyed the video and want to show your love and support, smash that thumbs up button guys. But of course, leave your opinions down in the comment section down below. Your opinion on the Toronto Raptors and where they made the best moves. Of course, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, make sure to hit that subscribe button to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. But other than that, guys, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Easy Buckets. Whoa!
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a key with it like no, this league business.